Every pet exhibits some weird habits that are challenging for humans to understand. Our loving dogs as well exhibit some very weird habits. Although we like them, there is no getting around the fact that some of their behaviors are revolting. Your dog might enjoy digging, rolling in filth, or biting their leash, among other things. Whatever it is, while some odd actions defy explanation, others are rather comprehensible. You'll be able to assist them after you begin to pay attention to their behavior and grasp what they're trying to say. We're here to help you understand your dog's strange behavior. In this video, we talk about 9 weird dog behaviors explained. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 9. Kicking their feet after pooping. You've probably noticed your dog kick their paws out behind them after peeing or pooping, whether it was on one of your daily walks or when they were running around the garden. Now, if you assumed your dog was doing this to hide their mess, you're not alone. However, if you did, you would be mistaken. Your dog actually releases a pheromone from the smell glands on its paws when it kicks and scratches the ground after emptying its bladder or bowels. Similar to marking their home with their pee, your dog may also mark their area by kicking the ground and leaving their pheromone in the grass to signal to other dogs around or passing by that they are the alpha. The hormones in the dirt are what your dog is actually smelling when you think they are sniffing another dog's excrement. Other dogs can be alerted to danger or when they are ready for a relationship using this relatively unclean method of communication. Number 8. Dragging their bum on the floor. Our dogs frequently drag their bottoms on the floor while scooting, which is nasty. While this is a weird and entertaining dog activity to observe, it is typically an indication of an infection, inflammation, or worms in your dog's butt. This kind of inflammation frequently results from an issue with their anal glands and sacs. Internal organs called anal glands are found on either side of the butthole. They contain a fishy-smelling, foul-smelling liquid that, if blocked or inflamed, can cause a lot of discomfort and prompt your dog to start scooting around the floor to scratch it. A healthy anal gland does have a strong aroma, but an infected gland has a stronger and more overpowering odor. You, and your veterinarian if you seek medical assistance, will typically be able to detect this smell even from a short distance away if there is a problem with the anal gland. Not good. Along with scooting, you might see your dog licking the irritated region to ease the discomfort. So if your dog is frequently dragging their butt over the floor, take them to the vet so they may be examined. Number 7. Why do dogs hump? It can be embarrassing to discover your dog copying another dog, a stuffed animal, or even a person's leg. Dogs frequently hump to either establish their territory, to show enthusiasm, or even as a result of stress and worry, despite the fact that it is considered of as a sexual action. Your dog can simply want to establish dominance and mark their area to prove their superiority. Therefore, whether your dog humps their teddy or a guest's leg, they can be communicating that they are in power. Number 6. Poop facing the same direction. Have you wondered why your dog likes to poop facing the same direction all the time? Dogs like to relieve themselves along a north-south axis and have been shown to line their bowel and bladder motions with the Earth's magnetic fields. In fact, the study discovered that dogs will purposefully avoid using the restroom in an east-west route. The scientists made a comparison between the dog's positions during the pooping and changes in the Earth's magnetic field. They discovered that the dogs consistently preferred to poop with their bodies oriented north-south under quiet magnetic field circumstances. The fact that dogs plainly avoided going potty along the east-west axis, regardless of magnetic field circumstances, was arguably the most startling conclusion. Number 5. Howling. Have you ever observed how some dogs begin to howl when they hear music or sirens? It is actually your dog trying to communicate with the sound, which is why they exhibit this peculiar behavior, which is genetically pre-programmed. When dogs and wolves in the wild become separated from their pack or need to draw attention, they will howl. Therefore, when your dog hears the high-pitched sound of music or sirens, they will respond, telling the howling dog where they are. Number 4. Reverse sneezing. If your dog has ever reverse sneezed, now could be the time to become concerned. It could be an indication that your dog is experiencing anaphylactic shock or something far worse. A frequent name for the pharyngeal gag reaction brought on by irritation in your throat and your dog's soft palate is reverse sneezing. Similar to regular sneezing, it can be brought on by allergies, mites, or leash pressure. This is how your dog gets air into his body and gets rid of irritants. Rarely, they could also act this way out of enthusiasm. Number 3. Why do dogs and puppies eat grass? Everybody has noticed dogs consuming grass. This activity is not unusual, whether it be your own dog mowing your brand new spring lawn or observing a dog lazily grazing the wild grasses on the edge of the route. A common misunderstanding is that dogs with upset stomachs would eat grass to induce vomiting. Make sure your dog is examined by your veterinarian to determine the cause of their nausea if they are constantly chewing grass to induce vomiting. Dogs and puppies may choose to eat grass due to an imbalance in their gut bacteria. They may instantly eat grass to make up for any nutritional deficiencies. If you're bothered by this habit, consider giving your dog probiotics to help with intestinal health. However, you can allow your dog to consume a small amount of the green stuff as long as they are not frequently throwing up after doing so. However, dogs who eat a lot of grass may be more susceptible to intestinal obstruction, so it's crucial to take them to your veterinarian to determine why they are eating so much of it. Number 2. Why do dogs lick their paws? The act of a dog licking its paws is another peculiar activity. The endorphins, also known as feel-good chemicals, that are released during puppy licking have several self-soothing characteristics. However, if your dog is excessively licking their paws, this may be a sign of a health issue or behavioral issue. How do you tell the difference then? After playing, eating, or taking a break from walking, many dogs may lick their paws. This kind of licking is seen as common practice, but if you see your dog or puppy licking, gnawing, or nibbling at their paws or nails all the time, there might be something hurting them. The most typical reason for itchy paws is an environmental allergen from grasses or pollen that produces inflammation in the body. Check for any abnormally high levels of redness between the paw pads and toes. Keep an eye out for any foreign objects that may be caught in the paw pad, such as grass seeds or rocks. And if you notice any of these, send your dog to the vet for an examination. Additionally, some dogs will lick when they are in agony due to certain disorders like osteoarthritis, which is more common in aging dogs, a cut, or an interdigital cyst. Number 1. Chasing tail. Have you wondered why your dog is chasing its tail? Simply said, dogs engage in this behavior as a pleasant method to release extra energy. Other reasons could be boredom, excitement, dealing with fleas, expelling some energy, especially in puppies, or something serious like an injury. But if they do this often, they could develop conditions like flea allergic dermatitis or issues with their anal glands. You ought to consult your veterinarian in this situation. So that's all for it for today's video. I hope you all liked this video. Please let us know in the comment box about your opinion, and do recommend some topics you want to see in the video in the future.